You're listening to That Modern Rock Show. It's the best of the new releases and classic modern rock tracks from back in the day. Cool.
That it is. Welcome to round two in that 3-hour show I do. Ghosty on the other side, and with an in-studio guest, plural. It's Dots Will Echo. Nick and Kurt have returned after 15 years. When was the last time?
After 5 minutes.
Yes, after 5 minutes. I think it was 1997 or so. Somewhere in there. You came up and we talked about adopting manatees, which that's a perennial. We may have to talk about
making
that again.
fun of Sting.
Right, we were doing that, and I think Elvis Costello too, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be.
Yeah. So you guys brought some guitars you can play for us, right?
It crossed my mind, but did not.
It's okay. Now, we got this record in. I was kidding them because they had to bring their own CD because we can't find the CD from a few months back in our massive collection of...
Much like my collection.
There you go. Because we can't alphabetize. We're going to hear something...
I can't even find MP3s on iTunes. It's like...
We're going to hear, I think we chose track 2, I Like It, from, I call it the Garage Tapes, but that's really not the title, though. Drunk is the new sober, stupid is the new dumb.
Correct.
I keep wanting to call that song Hootenanny, but in reality, they're singing Boot and Rally. And that's Iggy Pop and someone named Bethany Cosentino. Whoever the heck she is. Dots Will Echo are here with us. Maybe they have got inside information on Bethany Cosentino.
Ray Ippolito's cousin.
His seamstress who makes his shirts that he doesn't wear. That's my gimmick. I wear a shirt.
You're the anti-Iggy Pop.
He's probably wishing he had started out that way.
Dots Will Echo, the guys with the shirts on.
Right. Hey, listen. That's not a bad idea, actually. I'm looking up Bethany Cosentino here as we speak, just to get to the bottom of this. She's in the band Best Coast.
They must be better known than Dots Will Echo.
I don't know.
She's in Best.
Not after this interview.
She's in Best Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know them. Great songwriting.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. She's
in Best Coast. We first met because you were working at a record store and I was working at a furniture store. And we eventually joined forces. No. And I would go in late at night, and we were... this sounds horrible. This sounds like it's going to be a terrible story.
Well, Jack. We used to sneak all the records into the furniture. People have ottomans these days with copies of Depeche Mode hidden in them.
And I would go in there and not spend any money, but sort of browse around. And you were employed there, but not really working. And we were just sort of chat.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
And this...
I think it was because of the Robin Hitchcock.
Yes, it was
button you were wearing, which is why.
Right. I might have indeed been wearing a Robin Hitchcock button at that stage.
Feg Maniacs. That's what.
Right. And this was... and now... That story can never happen again for anyone because there are no record stores really anywhere. So when you put out one of these CDs, where does it wind up?
I have no idea. That's, that was the company's decision. They actually pressed vinyl on that.
We're talking Asthmatic Kitty.
Correct. Vinyl has some really nice photographs in it too, extra for the sleeves. Because it's a double vinyl.
All right. Well, from the CD version of the album, this is Anime.
Voicemail message.
And we're talking to Dots Will Echo. We just heard Dots Will Echo right here on TMRS. And so you did record this, unlike, I'm looking at the cover and I'm thinking the whole thing was recorded in a garage, but it was actually done in the studio.
Correct. Yeah. And the overdubs were done, in my basement. But the guitar, drums, and sometimes the lead vocals are the original tracks.
Right. So what kind of when you say you're home? Do you have a home studio or?
No, I have a computer and a microphone. That's about it.
That's like the story of everybody now, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, very, very cool. So when you're writing songs, are you... is this a culmination of songs that have been gestating over a long period?
Well, I dream a lot of songs. A lot of songs come to me in dreams. So, and so yes and no. Some of them have been around for a while. There's some older songs there.
You're lucky you can remember them.
I don't always remember them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like, wow, that was great. I wish I could remember it.
Because everybody has that dream. I don't know if you had this dream, but you have that dream where, where there's, a goat and a banana. No, you have this dream where you're reading something and it's the most incredible short story ever. And in your dream, you start to sort of come out of the dream and you're realizing, hey, this is my dream. I must have written this.
Yeah.
So I need to remember this stuff. So, and then right when you start to think that, it all starts to become a blur, and you're like, no, I can't remember anything. No,
Help me,
exactly.
Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, what happened? That was the greatest. Could have been the next James Joyce.
Yeah.
So, but you actually can remember. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never dreamt a song in my life.
Well, how you remember everything, too, for so long. I mean, you easily...
So, I don't remember anything when I'm awake.
you easily bring 3 to 4 new songs a week to boot. You're constantly writing, walking around with a pad, and, then this one was from 15 years ago, this one was from 17 years ago, and they come in. Just the sheer volume, massive.
Okay.
So, then if that's the case, there need to be more of these darn things.
There is. We're going to start, actually, maybe this week we're going to start recording the next one.
The new 52-song box
Yeah.
set.
The new 52 song. The Dots Will Echo. It's not even a retrospective. It's just all new 52 songs.
I was a little creeped out because there's a bunch of songs on there that I wrote about the apocalypse. And, like the apocalypse is like ho-hum now. But when I wrote them, it was like... people weren't like thinking about it, and there are events in there that I allude to that happened later on, like the subways filling with water and stuff that hadn't happened yet.
The bombing in Mumbai.
Yeah, the cars, something of being aflame in Cairo happened before the protests there. Right. It just really kind of creeped me out. I felt like a character in a Stephen King novel.
Maybe you should stop writing these kind of songs.
I'm going to start writing happy songs.
You write about ponies and bubbles and stuff like that.
No, actually, it was just really kind of creepy because... I can't go there.
It's turning into like Coast to Coast AM.
No, because a couple of songs I've been writing have just been about the extinction of the human race. So I don't think it doesn't look good, folks.
People knock on your door.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to me, Nick? Did you write a song?
Sell.
Well, let's see if this one came true. This is Television. Going back a ways, right here on That Modern Rock Show. And that was Shannon and the Clams, right here on WFDU FM. Not to be confused with Dots Will Echo. But ironically, Nick actually dreamed that song, too. I don't know how that happened. So we're going to close out with another Dots Will Echo track. But we should tell people, especially the youngsters that are listening, where they can find Dots Will Echo.
Just look in your heart. If I want to find Dots Will Echo, I'll look no further than my own backyard. Bobby, it's those creepy guys again.
But realistically, there's got to be a Facebook page.
Yeah, there is. There is a Facebook.
Try not to be too enthusiastic.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
about
don't go to the website. I haven't touched the website in years. I am very pleased, though, that if you do a web search for Dots Will Echo, the first thing that comes up is our webpage with a Noam Chomsky quote.
All right.
So, but I haven't touched the webpage. I think there are 3 Dots Will Echo Facebook pages, so you have your choice.
They're all wonderful.
Not run by...
Only one is the real page.
Not run by you guys.
Choose wisely.
He
did not choose wisely.
Right. All this information is wrong.
So, yeah, right.
All right.
Some of our fans have suffered a horrible fate by choosing the evil Dots Will Echo page.
So we're going to hear The Future.
I thought we were going to... No, Who Left You Here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've had enough. There's plenty of grim predictions in that song that came too, also.
Now, they could go to Asthmatic Kitty's website.
Yeah.
And actually get the CD
yes,
read.
You can buy the CD.
Or vinyl.
iTunes.
You can actually buy vinyl. Yes, there is vinyl available with some beautiful photographs on the inner sleeves.
So if you're looking for Dots Will Echo, remember, look in your hearts. That's where they are.
There is a light